Good evening and welcome to Team Talk. I'm Keelan Webster. Let's check on tonight's lineup. We get our skates on with Kent's roller derby team. You'll find out how to get involved in disability sports, and we round up the weekend's FA Cup action. But first this evening, the men and women's first 11 were in action for Holcombe Hockey Club on Saturday. Both teams have begun the season in promising fashion, and Harry Pete went to see if they could keep up their impressive starts.
Holcombe ladies started off the day against East Grinstead, but the home side went behind after this penalty corner caused the Hawks some trouble, and Zoe Burrell pounced on a loose ball just before half-time. And that proved to be the only goal of the game. The Hawks had plenty of the ball but couldn't make it count. Their best chance coming at the end of this match, but the shot was well saved by the Grinstead keeper. This result sees the ladies slip down to third in the Premier Division. As the lights began to fade over Holcombe Park, it was the men's turn to take centre stage, and Holcombe got off to a lightning start against Hampstead and Westminster. Nicholas Bandura capitalised on a poor pass before smashing home after 10 minutes. Keeper David Kettle could only watch it fly past, while the Hawks jumped for joy. Michael Watt equalised for the away side, but Holcombe were quickly back in the lead and in some style. Richard Lane dribbled into the area before unleashing this peach of a shot into the top corner just before the hour mark. His teammates were quick to congratulate him on that one. The Hawks added one more in the dying minutes to wrap up the points, and manager Keith Martin was delighted with what he saw.
I thought it was a terrific game of hockey. We sort of stuck to the task in hand, and I think we thoroughly deserved the win in the end. Some absolutely superb goals. Lane's second goal for us, he actually creamed that. It's a beautiful shot.
And then next week's match, big local grudge match against Canterbury.
Canterbury, yeah. I mean, they're in the process of rebuilding, and but we have a stable squad down there, so we'll be looking to grab 3 more points, hopefully.
Some of you may never have heard of this strange sport, but here in Kent, roller derby is growing in popularity. Herne Bay team Kent Roller Girls is back on the track ahead of the new season. Bernie Botto put her skates on and went to find out more.
Women dominate the scene when it comes to roller derby, a contact sport played primarily on roller skates. Kent Roller Girls are training here at Herne Bay after being promoted to the next tier for their upcoming season. I spoke to the team and their rookies to find out what it's all about.
We want to influence women to get involved, even if they've never done sports before. Because I mean, I never used to play sports. I came at this with no sporting background whatsoever, and just thought I'd give it a try. We're trying to get as many new recruits as possible. We've got a lot of people coming up to the main league at the moment, so we want to replace them with brand new skaters and get more people involved in the sports.
Roller derby is played on a flat oval track in teams of 5. One player, the jammer, scores points by skating past members of the opposite team, who are actively trying to block her.
So the guys that you've seen here today are about halfway through their journey. So we will teach you everything from learning how to skate to then learning how to skate for roller derby, which is a little bit different because we start talking about contact and skills and tricks and that type of thing. Everything we do, you know, it is obviously a hobby, but it is intense. You have to be very fit to play roller derby. Roller derby skaters come in all shapes and sizes, but what they all are is really, really fit.
For those interested in giving the sport a try, Kent Roller Girls will hold an open day on Saturday the 23rd of October. Bernie Botto, KMTV.
As part of our new disability sports feature, we'll be regularly showcasing a different sport and giving you the information you need to join in. First up, Harry Pete has all you need to know about sitting volleyball.
A seated version of the regular game, sitting volleyball uses a lower net and is aimed at those without the use of their lower limbs. Vinod is a former Gurkha and explained why he loves to play sitting volleyball.
This is one of the best games that we play in a group. It's very fun. It's lots of fun because normally the able-bodied, the disabled, any kind of people can play sitting volleyball.
If sitting volleyball looks like something you'd find fun and you want to take part, visit www.volleyballengland.org or search British Sitting Volleyball.
There was plenty of football across the county at the weekend, including the opportunity for 6 Kent clubs to reach the FA Cup first round. So here's a look at how they all got on. The weekend's big game was at the Longmead Stadium, where Tonbridge Angels hosted Dartford in a Kent derby. The victors would go into Monday evening's FA Cup first round draw, and it was the visitors that drew first blood. Luke Wanadias' cross from the right was denied by Tony Di Bernardo, but third time unlucky for the Tonbridge stopper. Dartford made it 2 in the second period. A game of head tennis ended badly for Tonbridge's defence. Andy Pugh on hand to turn the ball into the net. Elliot Bradbrook grabbed his 100th Dartford goal a few weeks ago, and the midfielder secured the win by powering home this back post header. Elsewhere in the FA Cup, Dover hit Burgess Hill Town for 5, whilst Maidstone cruised past Billericay Town. Ebbsfleet were on the end of a cup upset despite taking the lead at Mersham, and Margate will do it all again after a 2-2 draw at Harrow. In League One, Gillingham are just 3 places above the drop zone after a 2-1 defeat at Bristol Rovers. Josh Wright gave the Gills the lead, but for the second game on the bounce, they let the 1-goal lead slip. Lower down the pyramid, Folkestone Invicta defeated Kingstonian in the Ryman Premier. Chatham Town pulled off the result of the weekend as they climbed out of the relegation places by beating league leaders Dorking Wanderers. Hythe Town went third with a win at Three Bridges, whilst Faversham, Sittingbourne and Ramsgate were all held to draws. It's been quite the fortnight for Dartford goalkeeper Darren Ibrahim. Before helping his side into the next round of the FA Cup, he made his international bow for Gibraltar in a 6-0 World Cup qualifying defeat against Belgium. But what's it like to be a Gibraltar footballer?
I qualified through my nan. I sort of found out about a year ago, and they made contact, they didn't make contact. I was going to be in the squad, then it didn't work out. And then I think it really come to like when they played Portugal and Greece, and they phoned the club and said I was going to be named in the squad. Standard of players was very, very good. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a part of it. The training was better than what I thought. And they try and play out from the back. It's 1-2 touch football, and it's very much Spanish style of football. They don't panic under pressure. Over a period of time, definitely it will start to improve, and the results will start to improve, and the players' mentality will also start to improve. The younger players will start to have more experience of it. If they play against the likes of Malta, San Marino, Faroe Islands, Estonia again, then I think they can definitely start picking up results.
We're entering stoppage time at the end of today's programme, but don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Snapchat using the handle KM_Team Talk. We'll be back next Monday with all the latest stories from across Kent. Until then, good night.